By the grace of God, God is taking care. So we are grateful for life. Okay, there are 3 people. Let me start. Instead of keeping those who came early waiting, let me share this story. It's a true life story. It happened to me when I was 16. So when I was after secondary school, I attended secondary school. Okay. Say your face looks good. Okay, thank you so much for the compliments. Okay. After secondary school, because when I completed primary school in my village, actually, there was no secondary school, but the very year I completed primary school. Okay, Christine, that's good to know. They opened a secondary school in my village from Form 1 to Form 5 only. So after Form 5, there was no high school. It just ended at, oh, Ngozi Ikena, welcome. Invited by Ola. Okay. Thanks for coming. Ola, I'll have to cut your name. It's jaw breaking. It's too long. Let me call you Ola. Thank you so much. Ngwake. Thank you, sis. Thanks for coming. Okay. Ola, thank you. You're doing a good job. Thank you. As I was saying, after secondary school, there was no high school in my village, actually. The only technical high school was very far away at the provincial headquarters. That's where I had to attend secondary school. I mean, high school. But then my parents could not afford the boarding fees since it was very, very far away from home. I had to stay at home for 1 full year. Please, guys, like. So after 1 full year, my father found an extended relative in Bamenda, actually. So my father arranged with this extended relative. I really cannot tell you the relation because it was really, really far. So it was a lady and she was living with an 8-year-old boy. So my father arranged with her and greeting testimony. Welcome. Wow, I'm happy to have you. So thank you, Ola. So after my father arranged for me to live with this lady, I started school, and my school was still very far away from where she lived. For those who know where Small Mancon is, it's very far away from GTHS Bamenda, where I attended high school. So I had to walk like an hour 20 minutes to get to school and an hour 20 minutes to get back home after school. Most times when we closed school at 3:10, I'll get home around few minutes to 5. So I have to do that walk from Small Mancon through City Chemis, through Miss Ngen Junction, through Cow Street, through Maitunkwen, and so on. For those who know where I'm trying to describe, then through Fontra Street, then down Virgin Land. So that's the distance I had to cover every day because there was no way my father could afford boarding fees for me. So while I started living with this lady, she was treating me okay. And then she gave me a key to her house. After some time, she requested for this key. She said her own got missing. She wanted back the key. So I gave her back the key. And she said she was going to print another copy and return my own to me, which she never did. She never did. Yeah. Testimony, yeah. So after she took that key from me, each time I come back from school, anyway, before going to school, I have to bring my house dress and hang it on the drying line outside so that I can change into it after I return from school. And then I have to sit outside and wait for her to return from wherever place she has gone to. So coming back from school around 5 o'clock and staying outside, maybe sometimes till 8 p.m., till 9 p.m., wherever she has gone to, maybe 9 p.m. sometimes, I'm still outside waiting for her. So it happened like that, and she got to the point where she stopped me from using her a laundry soap to wash my school uniform. She said I was wasteful, that I'm always washing my school uniform. My school uniform was actually a white shirt over brown skirt. And after walking that distance every day, there's no way that white shirt will remain clean. I had just one pair, so I had to wash every day. So she took her soap, her laundry soap, hid it in her room, locked it there. And at 16, I hope I'm not going to get emotional with all this. Yeah, so at 16, she said I should go buy my own laundry soap. And believe me, I had no money with me. The little money my father used to give me was not enough for me to even take a taxi to school. I had to walk all that distance. So there was a neighbor who used to leave her soap outside. Actually, the soap was meant for the dishes. You know, it's usually very small. Sometimes when they are not looking, I'll go there, get their soap, and quickly wash my school jacket. So it went on like that. Even sometimes when she cooks, when she's happy, she gives me. When she's not happy, she will lock it in the fridge and go off wherever she wants to go. So there were days I went to bed hungry. Yeah. Many days. So there was a friend. Actually, I had a friend, Kulong Shanta. I'm going to tag her to this video. She was very helpful. Very, very helpful. Because after I attended school for a while, she showed me a shortcut to get back home. It still took some time, but at least it was shorter than taking the main third road all the way from Virgin Land back to Small Mancon. So after school every day, she would make me stop at her house and eat with her. She was always forcing me, come and eat, come and eat. And God so kind, her mother was also a kind woman. She did not complain that I was always eating from their house. Because she knew, I told her the story, when I get back home, most times I will not get food to eat. So she made me eat from their house most of the time. And one day, on my way back home, I was very hungry. Okay, so there was a woman selling cocky beans, pushing that cocky inside a wheelbarrow. So I had just half of the money. She was selling it at 100 francs. Okay, so good afternoon, Chia Barinette. Thanks for coming. Thanks for support. Please share the live. Happy week to you too. So, as I was saying, one day on my way back from school, I was very hungry. I had 50 francs with me. I tried to buy coquille from a woman who was selling from a wheelbarrow. And she said, no, it's 100 francs. I told her, can you give me just coquille without the compliments, the plantains or cassava? She said, no, she can't do that. And while I was going away, she called me back and she gave me food for free. So, and another day, there was a Nigerian lady who was selling food. I went there too to buy food without the complete money. She offered food to me for free. So I told her, no, I want food without meat. Just give me the food without meat. It was rice and stew. She gave me. So a lot of other people who did not know me helped me on the way. So that's why I'm sharing this story. Like the woman who was selling coquille, she offered me her coquille for free. She refused to collect the 50 francs I had. So she gave me for free. She saw that this girl is hungry. You see. So why I'm sharing this story is because I want to encourage someone. If there is someone living with you, please be kind to that person. At 16, I had no money. No money. You shouldn't deny somebody food except you don't have something like food. Anything that is essential. Especially if that person is living with you. Be kind to that person. Do you know there were days where, while I was studying, that lady would just pass and turn off the light and she would say I'm wasting her electricity. And one time the bulb got burnt. She refused to replace it and she made me buy it. The bulb I remember buying that bulb for 250 francs. So that was just wickedness. Okay, she was kind to me initially, but I don't know what happened and she changed. And she was treating me the way she did. I don't know if maybe because my father was not giving her so much money, because my father actually did not have, but he was doing the bit he could. So maybe she was looking for a way to push me out, which she eventually did. she ended up throwing me out in the middle of the night one day. Why? Because the little boy that was living with her was stubborn. So she got that boy well beaten until the point where she removed a firewood from the fire with burning coal and was flogging this boy with it. So that little boy ran away. And she accused me of telling him to run away. And what she said was, how come before I came to her house, she had been beating this boy? Why is it that that boy never ran away? Why is it that the boy ran only when I came to live with her? It means I'm the one who advised the boy to run away. I should go and bring the boy back or I'll leave her house. That's how she threw me out at 9 p.m. at 16 years. So she told me she was giving me up to 8 p.m. If I don't go and fetch that boy, if I don't bring back that little boy, she was going to throw my things out, and she ended up doing that. She threw me out. God so kind, there was a neighbor who was very observant of how she was treating me. She always saw me sitting outside on a jug of water, waiting for her to come and open the door for me to enter. So she noticed those things. She's the one that gave me money, transport money, 2,000 francs, to get a bus from Bamenda town down to my village to tell my parents what had happened. So if someone is living with you, please be kind. Already that person is already feeling a type living with you, because you cannot feel free living with someone that is not your parents. No matter how nice the place is, no matter how nicely you treat them, there's always a vacuum. So make that person feel comfortable as much as possible. Okay? It's good to be kind. The problem is, why I'm telling this story is not because she did not have. If she had and she didn't give me, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, like I said, there were days she would cook, she put it in her freezer. She customized her freezer and she put a lock, this padlock, and press it and go away with the key. When somebody is living with you hungry, there's food, you store it in the fridge. It doesn't make sense. And that's where I decided that if there's anyone living with me, that person will never go hungry, except I don't have at least food. Let that person have food to eat. If you don't have, it's a whole different story. I watched a video of a Nigerian man. He was living with his sister's daughter. That's his niece. And his niece was 14 years old, and his own daughter also 14 years old. And he had another son that was younger. So he could afford to send his daughter and his son to school, but not his niece. So there was a content creator from Nigeria who found this girl selling eggs on the streets. So it's heartbreaking. How can you watch your own niece bathe and go out to the market, to the streets to sell eggs while your own children go to school? If you cannot afford for the three of them, at least you would have afforded for the two girls who are of the same age. They were all 14 years old. One 14 years old goes to school and the other one goes to sell eggs. So it's good to be kind. At least if you cannot be kind, just be fair. Treat people nicely. The little you can share. It will go a long way. So, as I was talking about this story, there's another Nigerian lady. Anyway, Nigerian, there are lots of stories on the internet about Nigerians. So, she brought someone from the village to live with her, promising to send her to school and take care of her. But unfortunately, she didn't do any of that. She made that girl work for her, clean for her, sell for her in her snack, and do everything for her, but refused to send this girl to school. So, parents, if you're a parent here, if you can avoid sending your child to go live with someone, please do. Okay? Believe me, there's always a vacuum. There's a way a child feels when living with someone that's not his or her parents. There's just something wrong. No matter how happy that child you may think that child is wherever he or she is, it's not the case. Okay? Because I've lived with two people, actually, who are not my parents. And believe me, I've always felt like I was out of place. Okay? And you, if you bring someone's child, a relative, or whoever it is living with you, and you have made a promise to take care of that person, please do. Please do. As I'm telling you this story, I really try my best not to shed tears. I remember last time telling this story, I had to cry. I don't know. Because I remember those days at 16. How can you tell a 16-year-old girl who doesn't have any money at all? And you see how vulnerable she is. She doesn't have a laundry soap to wash her school uniform. You stop her from using it. Not because you don't have. Just because you want to be wicked. So it's not nice. If you can help someone, even in a little way, do your best. No matter how little, that person will live to remember it. And if you treat someone badly, remember, you can forget, but that person will never forget. That person will never ever forget. They can forgive you, but that memory will keep coming back. Just like I remember everything so well. I remember everything so well. So that's just what I came to share with you today. It's a true life story. I hope you learned a lesson. Most of us are still young people here, as I can see, but it doesn't stop you. You may have the chance to live with someone. You may not think that you have to do something big. It must not be something really big. At your stage, at your own level, you are still capable of helping someone. You are still capable of helping someone. So don't think it's going to be only when you are living with someone that you're going to be nice to the person. No, be nice even in the way you are talking to people. People go through a lot. Okay, if you really have nothing nice to say, please walk away. People are going through so much. The fact that people do not open up to tell you their problems doesn't mean everything is going on well. So just try and be kind with your words, with your actions, and so on. So that's the message for today. I hope someone learned something by sharing this story. That was my intention. So I really hope whenever any of us will be a chance to help someone, we will do that. If you can't, you know within you can't. There's no problem. But if you can and you refuse to do it, then it's very bad. Just try and be nice. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Testimony said it's okay. Most of us got same story, but God is good. It is true. It is true. It is true. I don't know why it has to be the case. I don't know why. There's someone I know. Okay, it's a man. He's a man. He used to be my neighbor. So I used to wonder why he's always acting so hardworking, doing the job for his wife. You know, whenever it rains, when I was standing on my veranda, you know, after raining, there's always water on the veranda. That man, immediately the rain ceases, that man would dash out, get a mop, and keep everywhere clean. Prepare the children for school, take them to the hair salon, stay there and let the hairstylist do the hair of the children. I was, well, why is this man always like this? Until one day I spoke to the wife of this man. I said, wow, you have a good husband. Oh. And what the wife told me shocked me. And she said, the man is like that because the man lived with his aunt, and his aunt was making him do all the housework while his own children were resting. So this man is so hardworking. The wife is really enjoying. Honestly, if you just watch this man, you know that, wow, he's a good man. So he was trained for this. I was wondering why the man was acting differently. So some people live with their aunties and their uncles. Your own children, they go to sleep while another person's child is outside doing laundry. Your children will eat the nice food while another person's child will just lick the plates and eat the crumbs. It's not good. Try to be fair. Try to be fair. Imagine that if this is your own child, that is a secret of life that all of us need to implement. Put yourself in that person's shoe. What if I'm the one in this situation? What if it's my daughter? Okay? What if it's my brother? If you do this, then you will never treat someone badly. So that is just it. Thank you so much. And today you are smiling. Am I always wearing a serious face? Okay, I'll be smiling more. So today you are smiling. Testimony. Exactly. Yes. And if you look at these people who are maltreating other people's children, their own children are always wayward because you are giving them the good life. You're giving them so many privileges. You fail to train them because you want to punish another person. It's not good. That's so true. Testimony. There's something about fairness. If you try to be fair, it's normal. If you have your own child and another person, I'm not saying you can love them equally. It cannot never be the case. But try and be fair. Be fair. Like another story, there was one woman from our village during Christmas. There was another person's child living with her. Two girls of the same age. During Christmas, she bought a nice and beautiful dress for her own child and failed to buy for the other child. She took her daughter to the hair salon and braided her hair. And the other child was just looking. If you look at the two children, you just feel for the other child. So it shouldn't be so obvious. Be nice. That child already knows that you are not her mother or his mother or her parents. By trying to discriminate openly, I really pity. And when I look at things like this, it really breaks my heart. Imagine children on Christmas Day, everybody's excited. One person is looking so good and the other one is looking so sorrowful and miserable. So just little things like that. Just be fair. Be fair. Put it in your mind that I want to be fair. These are two children. One is mine, one is someone else's, but they are all human beings. They are all children. Let me try and treat them the same. You see, you'll be teaching your child a lesson. Honestly. You cannot manufacture love, the same kind of love you have for your child. That is inborn. It comes naturally. But when you practice, you want to love someone. Okay, this person is a human being. I want to love this child. I want to love this person like my own. You are going to do it. So that's just it. I hope I'm making sense. Did you find the life interesting? Please let me know. By the grace of God, my sister, I wish this lady was still alive. I would have loved to visit her, but unfortunately, she is no more. Yeah. Most times, people who go through tough times, they end up really, they are strong. Let me say that. Yeah, because they have been through so much, so they know how to overcome situations. That's just it. We thank God. Testimony, thank you so much for staying with me. Yeah. Testimony, where are you watching from, please? It's like I'm always wearing a serious face. I'm not that serious, so. Oh my God. Yes, so God has blessed me by the grace of God. He's taking care of us. We are all doing okay. We are not where we want to be, but we'll be there sooner or later. It's a matter of time. We keep pushing. They say life is like a wheelbarrow. If you don't push, you are going nowhere. So that's why we are pushing. We keep fighting. Okay? We don't just fold our hands and wait for manners to fall. God can only help you after you've done something. You cannot go praying every day and praying and magic will happen. Magics don't happen. You have to go and work, and then God will bless the work of your hands. As he said, I think in Deuteronomy 28 verse 12, he said, I will send rain in due season to water your plants, to prosper the work of your hands. So the due season is coming. We are still working, waiting for God's time. And it shall surely come. And I'm praying that when God is blessing me, he will bless all those that are supporting me. All those that are here, showing me support. We shall all make it together. Hope Paul, thanks for coming. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. You came when I've said a lot. I cannot go back and repeat, but I'll just summarize for you. Okay, MTN network is disturbing. That's why my replies are coming late. Yeah, network issues. So, Hope Paul, I was just saying earlier on that it's good to be kind to anyone. Those that are living with you, those that you work with, whosoever. Okay, not because you feel that maybe if I'm kind to this person is going to be kind to me. For instance, people who are taking care of other people, they are hoping that they will in turn take care of them. Yes, your blessings will come. It might not come from that same person you have helped, but your blessings will certainly come. Okay? So be kind to whosoever you meet. Kind with your words, kind with your actions. Thank you so much. I think I should go now. I will come again, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the day after. But I'll try to come online more often so we can interact and we get to know each other very well. Testimony, please, you didn't tell me where you're watching from. Hope, where are you also watching from? Are you still there, Testimony? Thanks for joining, Testimony. Oh, Testimony from Douala. Oh, wow. Your name? Oh, that's good. I thought you were Nigerian from your name. I'm refusing to read the second name. Ledefu. I thought that name was from Nigeria. From Nigeria, sorry. How is Douala today? I'm glad to know you're my country girl. I don't know if you're a girl or let me say lady. I'm glad to meet you. I'm glad to meet you. Thank you so much for your support. You've been amazing. I've been seeing you sharing my videos. I admire your courage. I admire your good heart. God will bless you, okay? May God bless you for me. Thanks to all those who have been sharing my videos. I'm not talking only to Testimony. There are a whole lot of you that have been so supportive. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, Testimony. The network back home is really disturbing all the time. Thank you so much for coming. Did you like the live? Would you like me to come on more often? Actually, life is not my thing. I'm just getting to know this life. So I am learning. I know how to make videos and maybe edit them and post them later. This is like the 5th time ever I'm coming live in my entire life. So last year I came on, I think twice or 3 times. And this year, this is the 2nd time I'm coming on. I came on here a few days ago. And unfortunately, there was no one watching. Today, I'm really glad you came. You've been with me from the very beginning. Thank you so much for staying with me. At least it's more fun reading comments and, you know, interacting with you guys. Oh, yes, you are a lady. I should call you a lady, not a girl. It's better like that. I too prefer to be called a lady. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love your motivational videos. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Let me tell you a little bit about it if you have time. It's just you and I here. About this, how I came about this video thing. I started off on YouTube. That's 2 years ago in 2022. So I had this deep feeling in me, like a pressure, like God is pressuring me. Go do this, go do this, go do this. And for more than 2 years, I kept, you know, postponing. I was just feeling like, I'm a very shy person. Anyway, no, not am I am. I used to be a very shy person. Those who know me from maybe secondary school, they are like shocked. Is this Cynthia? Because, yeah, I myself, if you had told me this like 5 years ago that I will be talking on live video, like there has been this live feature ever since, but I just hate it. Why am I coming live? To do what? So until recently, you know, when the time came, let me say it was God's appointed time, I had to start because I've been postponing for very long. So in 2022, I decided to start with my first video, an intro video on YouTube. My God, when I posted that video, I was sleepless. I was so scared and worried. When I went to sleep, I couldn't sleep. I'm like, when I wake up in the morning, oh, I'm going to have a lot of, I was so afraid of negative comments. I was so afraid. I'm like, people will say, who is this too? Please come and remove this video and stop disturbing us. So something told me in the middle of the night, get up, go and delete that video. That's good evening, B-Song Celine. Thanks for coming. How are you doing? Okay. Testimony said, always announce your live hours before so we can tell others to prepare and join. Okay, that's the right thing to do. I'll try that. You know, it's not easy with me and kids here. I just found this time they are sleeping now as an appropriate time for me to do this live. That's why I just came on unannounced. But I'll try to do that. That's the right thing to do. I'll try. Thank you for your advice, B-Song. Testimony. Okay, B-Song. That's good to know you're fine. So as I was saying about that first video, I couldn't sleep at night. Something told me, get up, go and delete that video, I beg. Don't let anyone see it. So I was sleepless. So, and then there was a deep voice from within me say, leave that video there. Let them say what they want to say. So when I left that video, it was just, I think, not up to 50 seconds video. It was just an intro video. It was very short. When I watched that video, I myself, I'm like, what am I really doing? Who sent me? So I was really shy in that video. It's still there. It's still there on YouTube. I thought of removing it, but I said to myself, let it be there. Let it be there, okay? So I can look back and see where I've been and where I'm coming from. So actually I have outgrown my shyness a little bit. I'm a bit bold now. For me to sit here and talk online, this is something I couldn't do. If you had told me this 5 years ago, that someday I'll be here talking, I'll tell you that no, that's not possible. But the Lord made it possible. Because I believe He wants me to do this. So that's how it started. On YouTube. I only came on Facebook last year. And since then, this my Facebook account. It wasn't growing as I expected. So I relented a lot. But then there's still this burden in me to keep pushing. So that's why I'm here. Testimony, you're laughing at me. Hey, it's not easy. If you know the way I felt that day, I know why you're laughing. Because the truth is, if you are always afraid that people will say bad things, people definitely will say things. Okay, and you have no control over what they are going to say. Just do your thing. So long as you're not offending anybody, you are not sinning, and you're not committing any crime, just go for it. Yeah, it was so tough. So that's it. That's it. So here I am. I would love to come on very, very often, but time constraint. I have so many commitments. But then I will try to make it possible. This year I want to be more interactive. Because this live session is really more interactive and I'm liking it. Okay, thank you so much, Testimony. I'll try that. Your advice is really valuable. Thank you so much. I'll try to come more often. I'll try that. At least once a week. Let me try it once a week. I think weekends will be better. Because today is Monday. Apparently most people are busy. Those that are going to school, to work, and other things. Even though it's almost evening. But then I don't think, I just came on because I had some free time. And luckily you guys are here with me. I'm really happy you stayed with me. Thank you so much. This is the first time I've had 4 people on my live. Most times, like the few times I've come live, I was there alone, you know. And I think this is the longest live video I've ever made. It's because you guys are here. At least it's keeping me going. Yes, so don't feel discouraged. It's not small. Not true. Not small. Say not small you catch monkey. Not be by power. nor by might, but by the grace of God. But then we must do our own bit and leave the rest for God. And drop more write-ups as we continue sharing for people to see. That's how your page will grow. Okay, more write-ups than videos. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right, testimony. I really appreciate you, honestly. My son, that's my son talking from the background. He's up now. I think I should go attend to him. I'll see you again. Like you said, I'll try to announce before coming next time and see what happens. When do you think is an appropriate time for me to come live? Cameroon time, please. Yeah, Fala, I'm coming. That's my son calling out to me. I have to go. Thank you so much for being here. Please let me know when it's an appropriate time to come live, okay? I'll check your comments later. Thank you so much, testimony. Thank you, Bisong Celine. Thank you, Hope Paul. Thank you, Lisbeth. Thank you, Ngwake Eno. Thank you so much, Elonga. Thank you so much. Who else was here? Thank you so much. Wow. Fulasade, thank you so much. Ola, thank you so much. Christine, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.